Baseball was the fastest growing sport in the 1920s and marked the golden age.
Baseball spread all throughout the country by the soldiers from World War I. Soon everyone in America was playing baseball.
Baseball has become so popular because of its exposure to the media. Families can get together to sit around their radio in their living rooms to hear the broadcast of the game. All of the major headlines have to do with last night's game, today's game, and tomorrow's game. Today, baseball is the only professional sport, so it not only takes up the most space in the paper, but it is the only sport ever really mentioned in the newspapers. The reason why it is so popular is because it is easily accessible to the public. Anyone from any background can enjoy the sport.
Baseball is known as the poor man's sport, for the crowds are comprised primarily of lower-class citizens. Although baseball is funded and financially supported by the upper middle class, everyone comes to the games.
The fans live for home runs, so there needed to be an architectural change to the way stadiums were built. Instead of having a closed-dome field, they made them open because there are too many homers. Not only did they change the look of stadiums, the ball was reconstructed as well. The fabric that was used to make baseballs was changed so that it was easier to hit home runs. The more home runs there were, the more fans. And the more fans there were meant more money was made.
Parks are held in urban cities, which attracts a handful of different people because everyone goes to the games. The parks are a melting pot for different cultures, backgrounds, and classes.
Some of the most iconic ballparks are Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs, Yankee Stadium in New York, and Fenway Park, the Red Sox Stadium in Boston.
Even though baseball brought people together, segregation is still very prominent. Blacks are not allowed to play with the whites, no exceptions. But that doesn't stop the African Americans' love for the game. Soon the Negro League emerged with 7 fairly successful teams that were known as the Negro Major League.
George Herman Ruth, more commonly known as Babe Ruth, is the face of baseball and a national hero. He is a household name and is on practically every headline. He made his national debut in Boston for the Red Sox, where he continually hit the ball out of the park.
The New York Yankees bought Ruth on January 5, 1920, where he completed most of his professional career. Yankee Stadium became the house that Ruth built. In 1919, he broke the record for the most home runs, but in 1920, he broke his own record and hit 54 home runs in one season. Ruth will give the Red Sox a run for their money this season, and folks, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes it to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Well, dang. Okay. Some other of our favorite players are Ray Chapman, a shortstop for the Cleveland Indians, and Lou Gehrig, who plays with Ruth now on the Yankees. In the Negro League, we have James Cool Papa Bell, a center fielder for the St. Louis Stars, and Leora Satchel Paige, who plays for the MLB as a pitcher for the Cleveland Indians.